Alright, hello everybody, let's play this visual novel by Team ANPIM, The Moon That Fell for the Star. And well, for the record, I have played many of their games and I do like them, so I have high hopes of this. Like the premise is something like where the main character gets like a roommate and then well, Yuri happens, I guess. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's play. Well, the text is a little on the smaller side, but overall. I wonder if there was like a button that would do that, like increase it. Oh, it's probably fine. I flip through the magazine on the table as my co-worker changes out of her uniform, ready to head home for the night. Like she's like the convenience store worker or something, I guess. Her earring gets caught in her shirt as she swears up a storm. The swearing is crass for an 18-year-old that just graduated from high school. But I guess they are just built different nowadays. Oh, let me try it. Hello. Control A, Shift A. Oh, there we go. It seems that I tried Shift everything but A. Well, let's see, like what is like a good size. Could probably be even bigger. Doesn't really like matter if it overflows a little bit of the box. Okay, there we go, thank you. Less filtered. I skim through the pages of photos and text, but an exposed spread catches my attention with its big, bold, and bright letters accompanying a cute girl's face. Up and coming idol climbing the ladder through or under the table method. Climbing the ladder under the table method. Okay, sure. Caught leaving Hodel together with known producer. First scandal is Constellation's leader Polaris cancelled. So like is the star like a movie star or singer, like that kind of a star? And what is the moon? The paparazzi photo, blown up to the whole page, shows the idol entering a taxi with a man following close behind. Layered over the paparazzi photo is the idol in question's cute headshot, where she is seen smiling a picture-perfect smile, which contrasts the unfortunate event. Channen desne. That's the idol life for you, huh? Having paparazzi follow you everywhere. My coworker leans over me and surveys what I'm reading. Sora. She probably slept with that guy to earn a favor or something. Well, like, I've seen too many documentaries about Hollywood where you had to do that or you wouldn't get anywhere. So not necessarily something you could hope in the past at least. But she should have known to be more careful. Being an idol means always being in the spotlight with every move of yours being followed. She totally should have seen this coming. Sure, though. Kinda harsh words there. You practically can't do anything as an idol. Oh yeah. I also like the fact that like idols, like the fans get super upset if like they even date anybody, and then there is the talk that sleeping with somebody to advance your career, like that's like two kind of opposite ideas. I studied the idol's photo and begin to wonder just what goes on behind the faultless smile. I shrug. Couldn't be me. I think you could totally be an idol, the cool type. Well, maybe. Do like the cool type idols have it easier though? You love singing, don't you? You killed it at that karaoke get together last month. I scoff exaggeratedly at her ridiculous comment. That doesn't mean I should be an idol. I lean back and stare at her with a skeptical face. I just like going to the karaoke box, that's all. No, you should totally try. I know she's joking, but I can't help but think she's also serious at the same time. No one wants a washed up 24-year-old. That's considered a hug in the idol world, ain't it? Don't they start off really young or something? Yeah, this is also like the thing I have been ranting every now and then about Japan and anime and ages. I guess 24 years old is hug then. Sure, I don't know what I am then. No, there are plenty of older idols. Or if not an idol, you can be a pop star or of some sort. I don't know, just a regular singer. But that's kind of an idol too. At least in my books. Yeah, whatever. She sticks her tongue out in a disappointed manner and makes her way toward the door. Alright, Yoko-chan. Yoko-chan and I are gonna head out. Don't work too hard now. I close the magazine and follow her outside to the front of the convenience store, where it's as quiet and empty as my wallet. Alright, all is set. Ready to head out, Sora? Yup. The two young part-timers bid their farewell to me, and Yoko teases me one last time. I'm surprised you haven't encountered any ghosts visiting at 3 AM yet. There have been countless stories of strange things happening at that time. Okay, oh, would kinda fit the Moon and Stars team, I guess. But probably not. Oh, shut up, will you? She cackles away as she saunters out the door, but I didn't find it funny at all. I don't want her jinxing anything she's. The clock on the point of sale terminal screen reads 10:30 p.m. and I position myself behind the counter, about to begin my NPC duties. Now that the two have departed, I'm only accompanied by the light hum of the fridges in the store. I never had to do graveyard shifts, but I was forced to since the other chick got fired for arguing with the customer. I think she was aiming to be a model, but couldn't land any gigs, so she had to work here to get by. Or like, yeah, the other game the developers made with the I want to be the model thing. I don't know if there was a convenience store involved though. I don't remember anymore, but could have been a thing. Oh, it actually could be a reference, like, didn't she spill like coffee or something on the other girl? No, anyway. Too bad, she was very cute too. But her leaving wasn't good. Now I'm stuck with working until ungodly hours into the night. It's only been a week, but I don't think my sleep schedule is ever going to adjust. So welcome to the club. I stifle a big yawn and await the long night that's ahead of me. The digital numbers on the screen now read 5 past 3 a.m. And just as expected, only a few handful of customers had come by within the past 6 hours. I tried to hold back yet another yawn, but to no avail. It escapes me just like how I want to escape this place right now. At least no one from management is here to point out my bad manners for yawning out loud. I blink my dry eyes to keep them open and alert, but something else jolts the alarm system in my body instead. The ring of the automatic doorbell resonates through my ears and the figure walks into the store. Irashaimase. Okay, sure. My greeting was loud and clear, but it trails off as I begin to study the suspicious-looking customer. Despite it being the peak of summer, the person is wearing a baseball cap under the hood of their hoodie, all under a knee-length jacket. Their face shows virtually no sign of skin whatsoever. A pair of big sunglasses and a mask covering it all. Yeah, this reminds me of the times when COVID was at its peak and it was a sunny day, like a mask and sunglasses. That was a look. They are essentially covered from head to toe. Heck, is it even a person? I suddenly get the shivers down my spine. They do say that 3 a.m. is when strange things start, right? Well, I don't know. Could this be? No, there's no way that Sora is right. Now that I study them closer, they just look like a normal person dressed for the wrong weather. I keep my eyes on the customer as they walk around perusing the shelves. They continue walking up and down the aisles as if they are unsure of what to buy. It might just be a strange customer, but I keep my guard up anyway. Please let this just be a weirdo who has a rare immunity to the heat or something. They stop at the cold food section and grab an onigiri, alongside a bottle of Cola Zero from the fridge. My posture straightens up as they walk to the counter, and I feel myself take a big gulp as they approach. Please let them be normal. The customer gently drops the tuna onigiri and bottle of pop on the counter. Yeah, well, like the 0-calorie drinks are good because, yeah, you can drink like as much as you want basically. Well, like in calorie sense. Like my girlfriend sometimes, well, she doesn't matter like mind too much like whether they have calories or not. But I'm always like, I'll just take the 0 ones. Because I don't see any point with the other ones, they taste the same to me. Do you have a points card with us? The mystery figure shakes their head. I put on my customer service smile, like all is right in the world, and ring up their items. Yeah, there's probably something unhealthy, but less unhealthy than plain sugar. Like I just use it to probably just drink water, but well, it gets boring sometimes. Your total comes to 600. How would you like to pay? Without a word or even a nod, they drop the cash onto the tray. The hand that reaches out to the cash tray is one that seems small and slender, with outgrown painted nails. Seeing somewhat normal-looking hands helps me relax a little bit. I was hoping they'd say something, but it seems they are more on the quiet side. Yeah, a bit of a shady customer, but well, like meta-wise, this is probably an idol or something. And that's why, like, being quiet so that nobody knows their identity. Whatever, I just got to get them out of here as fast as possible. Once the transaction is done, they briskly take their leave into the dark night, just as I wished for. I subconsciously shiver once more, hoping again that they didn't place a curse on me or anything. I blame Sarah for putting those strange thoughts in my head. Screw her. Luckily, for the next few remaining hours of my shift, there aren't any more customers or weird happenings. Well, like, what are the chances that idols just can't cook and then come to the convenience store like every night because they need to eat something? I guess it is like kinda possible. But also it is possible that something happens outside and they are roommates like immediately. Just the usual. And with that, somehow I survived yet another long night. Yeah, who knows? Okay, since it might be possible then. Yeah, who knows? But like, just like basic cooking, it's not that hard. Like salad or something, you just need to like slice the things, like that is all. You don't need to use anything else. Thank you, come again. I drop my customer service smile and stifle my 100th yawn, slapping my cheeks to snap out of the sleepiness. I'm once again stuck in this empty convenience store, alone at ungodly hours. As 3 AM nears again, I'm reminded of the strange encounter last night. I really hope nothing else happens tonight during that hour. Oh, like it's not like it was anything like super strange, just like sunglasses and mask. But then again, it's not like that person was a ghost or anything, I think. They could have looked scarier. The wearing that many layers in the summer seems quite scary. Man, I need to stop playing Sheila's art games. And do stop listening to whatever horror story Sarah feeds me. It doesn't help that she made me play that stupid horror convenience store game recently either. Yeah, I have heard there are games like that. Haven't seen them myself. But seems like a pretty appropriate setting. But it's not like I expected to be working graveyard shifts. I lean my back against the counter behind me and close my eyes for a little bit. There probably won't be another customer for another 2 hours, so I can't take a quick nap while standing up, right? Can you like take a nap if you stand up? I couldn't at least. But you could like have like some kind of mattress or something like behind the counter, and like, well, if you hear the bell, then you can just like jump up. My rest gets cut short when the door chime rings loud and clear, creating an echo in the empty store. I jolt and stand up straight, ready to greet the customer. Irashaimase. I try to keep my smile, but I can't help but falter when I see the same mysterious figure clad in the exact same outfit. They ignore me and head straight to the cold food section, where they pick up the same tuna onigiri and bottle of cola zero that they bought yesterday. Kinda boring diet, I guess. Without even so much as looking at the other product, they walk straight to the counter and hand over the goods. I say my usual line that's been ingrained in my head for however long I have worked here for. Do you have a points card with us? Another shake of their head, exactly like yesterday. Like clockwork, I ring up the items like I do for any other customer. However, I try to take a closer look at this hoodie-clad stranger. As expected, I can't make out any features due to the huge sunglasses and face mask, but underneath their baseball cap, I see a little bit of brown bangs peeking out. Oh, a little bit, or like, quite a lot actually. My little checkout session ends abruptly as they turn their face away immediately, signaling that I probably looked for a second too long. I nonchalantly go back to doing my duties and pretend nothing happened. Your total comes to 600 yen. How would you like to pay? They fumble with the wallet, and I again see the outgrown painted red nails. The hands of the mysterious entity are small and mostly hidden underneath the long sleeves of their oversized jacket. Now that I noticed the small hands, I have come to notice that they were small frame too, especially under all that baggy clothing. They drop the coins in the coin tray, and I continue on with the transaction. Should I strike up some small talk? But without even taking the receipt, they speedwalk out the door without giving me so much as a chance to talk about the weather. must be in a hurry. Maybe it's for the better that I didn't talk. They might be someone that's bad news or something. Well, probably wouldn't speak back because you couldn't even look at her without her getting scared. Though, just how are they wearing so many layers in this heat? What to hide, I guess. I usually don't care about anyone like this, as I see customers go in and out every day. But there's something magnetic about them that I can't shake off. It's like they have some sort of power that draws attention to them, despite dressing inconspicuously. Well, being an idol, is that a power? But I guess they aren't so inconspicuous if they are dressed like that, like they belong in the North Pole. What do I care? Not my problem. The door chimes, accompanied with a big group of what seems to be foreigners speaking English, holding out cameras and talking loudly, shaking up my thoughts. Are they vtubers? They actually might be scarier than the customer just now. I have forgotten all the English I have learned in those few years in high school. But customers are customers. Irashaimase. Thankfully, the rest of the night was peaceful without any more weird happenings, which is just how I like it. I was only asked to do these graveyard shifts for a total of 2 weeks. So hopefully after next week I can go back to my normal schedule. Okay. So probably the convenience store simulator doesn't last too long. Next night. Another day, another dollar, or yen I guess. Or rather, another night, another shift of sleepiness I have to fight. I pick up the fallen bag of chips on the shelf and place it back upright, how it should be. Then I continue down the aisle, looking for more misplaced items and spy a box of Pocky in the wrong spot. As the star employee that I am, I return it to the section it should be in. To curb my weariness tonight, I decide to keep myself busy and clean up the store, but I have pretty much fixed every crooked chip can, chip bag, and wiped every dirty surface. I do one more check in this section before heading back to my post behind the counter. Just one more hour. Speaking of, it's 4 AM and the winter-clad visitor has yet to come today. Sad. I was thinking of making small talk since it would be the third time it'd come around. That pretty much starts counting as a regular customer, right? Oh well. Or maybe she got scared of the steering. I run to a shelf's corner and bump into the chatting shelf of cup ramen. Oh god, I'm so out of it that I can barely steer clear of obstacles. I put back the fallen cups of ramen, and the all too familiar door chime rings loudly in my ear. Irashaima. Within a split second, I grab the hold and shake it. I freeze in place in a stun lock, But when I take a look at who's manhandling me, I see the also recognizable jacket, hat, sunglasses, and mask. Please hide me. The unexpected female voice throws me off guard. My brain is still struggling to grasp the situation at hand. Hide me. I give her a what the hell look, but she's insistent. Yeah, pretty quick turn of events. She takes off her sunglasses and pulls down her mask, revealing the sincerity of the fear and desperation on her face. Please. Her head whips around looking outside the window. My eyes continue giving the attacker a baffled look, thinking she's crazy, but the desperation in her face and voice rings an alarm in me. My eyes dart around, looking for a quick place where I can hide her. I grab her hand and usher her quickly behind the counter, pushing her down into a crouching position so that she is down from the view. Just a few moments later, two men holding big cameras come rushing into the store looking around frantically. Okay, so they weren't like, well, like foreigners, but paparazzi. Which could be foreigners, but like, well, you know what I mean. The curled up girl under me puts a finger to her lips and gestures to me to stay quiet. Irasaimasen. Half of my brain is still unfunctional due to being suddenly thrown into some weird scenario. The men ignore me and begin searching through the aisles. I swear she ran in here. Well, she's clearly not here, you dumbass. It would be a dead end if she ran into here anyway. Is there something I can help you with, dear customers? They look at me briefly and then one of them replies meekly. No, sorry for the intrusion. Come on, she couldn't have gotten far. Let's keep looking elsewhere. Just as fast as they stormed in, they run out in search of who I assume is sitting right next to my feet. I wait until they are gone for sure. Then check up on the little damsel in distress. The runaway fugitive is balled up, shivering, with wide fearful eyes and her hands over her mouth, as if just one exhale would have given her hiding spot away. Her long hair under her cap is unraveled, with strands all astray and bunched up under the hoodie. They are gone now. I call the girl to get up, but she stays there, now burrowing her head in her pulled up knees. She starts sniffling, and all I can do is stand there and watch her. Oh man, I'm so bad at comforting people. I rub my neck out of nervousness, and try to figure out what to say. Are you okay? No reply. What the hell do I say in this kind of situation? A good 2 minutes of silence pass, and I look down to her, find her still crying into her knees. I sigh and walk out from behind the counter, looking for her favorite food combo that she always buys. Maybe that will cheer her up, if my words can't. I'll pay for it later. I kneel down to her level and hand over her tuna onigiri and cola zero. Here. I nudge the food on her arm to get her full attention. Her head springs up, showing her puffy and red tear-ridden face. The girl looks at the foodstuffs and then at me. I point the onigiri at her, encouraging her to take it. Kinda sounds like trying to feed an animal or something. She cautiously takes unpaid food out of my hands and holds it close to her. I don't know what's going on, but I'm sure it will be okay. Probably. Okay. How is it going to be okay? They know where I live now. I can't go back home. I have nowhere else to go, and I can't be in public right now. The sudden outburst takes me aback, as if I just got yelled at by my parents. We stare at each other for a moment, and then she continues sobbing into her knees again, all while still holding her onigiri. Ma, how do I stop her from crying? I'm so uncomfortable and I hate seeing girls cry. Her sobs are now more audible, and I pray to God that no one enters the store. I can't deal with the crying girl and a customer at the same time. This was not part of my job description. Out of desperation to get her to stop bawling, I try to help her with the half-thought-through solution. Well, if you don't have a place to go, you can crash at my place. The crybaby goes quiet, but her sobbing hiccups fill the silence. She takes a few minutes before replying with her bloodshot yet striking pair of eyes. Do you live alone? What a weird question. Yeah, why? Well, the more people that know where I am, the more of a liability it is. Yes, just who are you? Her purple wine eyes open wide and pierce through mine as if I said something ridiculous. You don't know who I am? You're the girl that comes in at ungodly hours wearing winter clothing at the height of summer, and only buys a single tuna onigiri with a cola churro. Somehow that makes her face brighten up. You don't know who I am? I give her a weird stare, starting to debate whether or not I should retract my offer. Then let me stay with you, please. Her hand slides into my shoulders once again and grip them tightly. Her eyes burn into me, making me feel like my choice of answer is either yes or yes. I break from her gaze and look to the side, trying to either know but her captivating aura swallows me whole. Yeah, that's what I offered, right. Thank you. She hugs me tightly, catching me off guard once again, and I feel her powerful embrace with her wet face against my cheek. I awkwardly push her away to regain my personal bubble. I fix my wrinkled sleeves caused by her death grip earlier. Oh, let me actually drink a little bit. Yeah. Oh, let's also save while at it. And check how far we are. Oh. Yeah, I think we are doing this in like 2 sessions or something. Like try to make it to the 2000 or something. Actually, even that might be rough, but who knows? Maybe 3. But it's fine. No hurry. I'm okay. I can let you stay at my place for the night, but I can't let you stay behind the counter any longer. If my coworker sees this, I'd have a lot of explaining to do. I also have to change and get ready to punch out. Wait, your coworker. Yeah, she should be arriving anytime soon. Exclamation marks. In a flash, she tightens up her hoodie and dons her sunglasses and mask. I can't be seen. I'm gonna hide at the hot water bar at the back. Let me know when you're finished with your shift. As if on cue, my coworker comes in and heads straight to the staff room after a brief greeting. Otsukare. Otsukare. The hooded girl shrinks away to the self-serve area of the store, hoping to get away from my coworker's line of sight. My eyes wander to the strange girl now situated at the back, eating the onigiri that she ended up paying for. She wants to stay inconspicuous, but her outfit makes her stand out even more. I kind of can't help but snicker at how dumb she looks. She's lucky it's air conditioned in here. I'm counting down the minutes until I can leave because I'm exhausted. But at the same time, I want each minute to drag out because soon I'll have to be living with a contemporary roommate. Hello, Chad. Okay, so now they are going to be roommates at least for one night, but probably longer. Once I change out of my uniform and pack my stuff, I step out of the sliding doors of the convenience store, and right behind me is my new roomie. Ready? Yeah, but please hurry. How far is your place? Yes, I'm lending you my place and you have to go to boss me around. I'm sorry, there's going to be more people on the streets soon. It will be about a 10-minute walk. You okay with that? Yes, now please, let's go. Okay, chill, William. Ojamashimasu. I lock my door as the girl advances through the little kitchen hallway and into the living space. She surveys the place and takes a peek at every nook and cranny of my humble little apartment. The drawn curtains create a dark cast over the place, save for the sliver of light shining through the crack. You can hear the subtle drip from the kitchen faucet every 10 seconds, creating a sort of calming metronome effect. It's a relatively old and tiny place, but I have grown to love it somehow. It's so tiny. Yeah, and in a cute way. Well, you have left. Grabbing the side of the steep ladder connecting the ground floor to the small loft, she takes a step up to get a feel for the unusual route to bed. I bumped my head on the ceiling one too many times, but I do like having a separate space for sleeping. She continues going around the 11.92 square meter sized apartment in Ave and notices the big, dusty, untouched electric guitar in the corner next to the TV. What do you play? No. Out of shyness, I rub the back of my neck, thinking back to why I even have this guitar in the first place. I bought it thinking I'd learn, but I never got around to fully diving into it. Shouldn't you have started with an acoustic guitar first? I thought an electric guitar was cooler. Yeah, I understand it. I would like to have an electric guitar too, but too expensive. She giggles and I scold a little, embarrassed to the max. Hey, you can't blame me for thinking that. It's true, don't you think? Her gaze lingers on it for a little while, but drops the issue as I continue my quest to give her a makeshift bed. I begin to pull out the folding floor couch and it transforms into a mini-sized bed, complete with a blanket and spare pillow I grab from the closet. Well, they aren't sleeping in the same bed immediately, I guess. They might be hard at the loft, like one of them might fall depending on how small it is. These really come in handy for drunk friends, and now for supposedly runaway criminals. I fluff up the pillow and place it at the end of the sofa bed, alongside the folded blanket. You can rest here for today. Sorry, it's nothing fancy, but it will do. Without a second thought, she immediately plops under the grey bed and makes herself right at home. Her face is full of bliss, having something soft to sleep on after a presumably long night. So like, is she like going to like hide here like all days? Probably, I guess. Like if she was only going out at night, then it would make sense that she is just staying here. Also, let me drink. Haven't like been playing an English game in a while, so it's kind of a weird feeling in a way, like being able to just read. Thank you. I'll definitely repay you soon. Just let me know what you'd. In seconds, she falls fast asleep in mid-sentence. Who knew that could actually happen? Her soft snores soon fill up the little apartment, joining in with the faucet in the back. I breathe out a small sigh, out of concern for this unknown person. Must have had a long night, huh? I feel ya. As gently as possible, I unfold the thin blanket and cover it just up to her waist, fearing it might get harder later in the day. Or if she's still wearing the hoodie and everything, then yeah. Seeing her in dreamland elicits a yawn out of me, and I soon make my way to get ready for bed at 6 a.m. in the morning. Even the birds chirping outside sound nothing like a lullaby in the least. Going to the bed in 6 a.m. sounds normal to me. My blurry eyes automatically open at 10 a.m. and met with the blank off-white wall I see every morning. Well, that wasn't a whole lot of sleep. It seems the internal clock inside me has yet to get used to the graveyard shift schedule. I rub the sleep from my eyes and stretch my stiff limbs across the bed to loosen them up from the slumber. Although it's not really a full 8 hours, I got at least 4 hours. I can only blame the tiring event that was yesterday, early this morning. Like no way like you can do like a night shift if you just sleep 4 hours. It's like impossible. Well, unless you take a nap or something. I peep over the ledge of the loft and find the sleeping beauty still sound asleep. I crack my back after another big stretch and get ready for the day. I'm supposed to meet some friends later, so I'll probably kick her out when I step out. Which frankly quite worries me. I look down at her gentle sleeping face. I guess I'll let her sleep for a little longer. I take yet another big stretch and head down the ladder, ready to start my day. It isn't until I finish cooking breakfast that she finally wakes up at around 11:46. The smell of eggs travels through the warm and stuffy air, accompanied by the light shining through one of the balcony windows, making it a perfect scene to wake up to. Smells delicious. Her groggy eyes turn toward me and I stare back at her as I sip on my cup of coffee at the dinner table. Good morning. Ma'am, good morning. I unfortunately don't have a spare toothbrush for you, so you're gonna have to deal with eating without brushing your teeth first. Though, feel free to wash your face and freshen up. Ma, I don't care. I'm hungry. I want food now. Her unexpectedly childish answer makes me chuckle. I made you some eggs and toast. I also have natto and rice if you're into that. Though I have been wanting to eat natto but can't find it anywhere, even like the Asian market around here doesn't carry it sadly. But I'm kinda like interested how it tastes. Even though like it is just fermented soybeans, I think, but still, would be nice. She starts taking off her jacket and heads over to her meal, giving me a proper look at what she looks like. The long terracotta colored hair is styled with wispy front bangs and the length reaches to the small of her back. It's a little messy, but she somehow still manages to look presentable. She's quite good looking. I don't know if she has makeup on, but her face is essentially flawless. Despite being in a baggy hoodie, you can still make out the slim silhouette hidden beneath it. She tucks a strand of hair behind her ear and starts digging in. Itadakimasu. You'd think with a pretty face such as hers, she'd eat a lot more elegantly, but she completely ravages the dish. Crisp, it's like you haven't eaten in days, but she has eaten like onigiri. I watch her demolish the breakfast, with half of it almost already gone. I haven't eaten anything other than tuna onigiri the past few days. Don't blame me. And here I thought they were just midnight snacks. You don't cook. I do, but I can't when there are no ingredients in the house. And of course, due to reasons. I can't be out for too long. Should I pry? What kind of reasons? She briefly makes eye contact with me and then proceeds to avoid them like the plague. I can't say. Are you a vampire or something? She wipes her mouth with a napkin and scoffs at my outrageous accusation. I might as well be one, since I have only been able to leave my place in the middle of the night. Isn't that bad? Is that why you're at the convenience store at 3 in the morning all the time? Her lack of reply answers my question. The pitiful expression living on her face doesn't seem to be disappearing anytime soon. I let out a sigh and hope I don't regret the next choice that I'm going to make. Then I guess you can stay until nighttime. You probably don't want to step outside in broad daylight since you're a vampire and all, right? I'm not a vampire. No, I kinda am. The glare is out my way, but it quickly shifts into a serious expression, with eyes that have worry written all over them. Wait. I know this is a tall order, and I probably have no place to ask you this, but can I stay for just a little longer? Huh? Is she serious? I only promised her one night, and until tonight, nothing more. My doubtful face must have said 1,000 words as it starts bleeding endlessly. Please, I don't have anywhere to go. I can cook for you, clean your place, anything. Oh, now this is the opposite of the like maid game. The main character was the maid. Not like she is the maid and the main character is well the main character of the house. I continue my skeptical stare. None of those things can make her extend her stay. Denied. I can cook and clean perfectly fine for myself, by myself. Please, 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 please. Her hands clasp into a praying pose and places them on her forehead with tightly closed eyes, begging me not to kick her out. You're literally my only hope. Please. No. As a last resort, she drops to the floor to my feet and doggies us in front of me. Doggies eyes like, going on. Like laying down and like putting your like hands on top of your head and then like, pleading for mercy or whatever. Oi, what are you doing? I'm begging you, please. I roll my eyes in flabbergasted and struggle to figure out how to react. Her forehead is down to the floor to show her earnesty and desperateness. Anyways, just get up first. I'm not getting up until you say yes. Why is she so dramatic? It's making me uncomfortable seeing her go that far. Okay, I get it. You can stay for another week or so. Now get up. I get down and pull on her arms to encourage her to stop. Really? Yes. Now get up before I take my words back. Yes. She excitedly gets up and embraces me tightly, squeezing the living daylight out of me. Too close, too close. You're too close. I try prying her away, but she's bent on sticking to me like glue as a way to show gratitude. Does this woman not know the meaning of personal space? With some more effort, I managed to separate her away from me, finally being able to breathe and calm down. She, on the other hand, is still giddy from excitement until I bring her back to earth. If you're going to be staying here for the week, then you need some clothes. No, I can lend you a t-shirt and pants to act as pajamas. I'll buy you some new underwear today or something. I start my way to my little closet in the corner, but she stops me. Oh, it's okay. There's no need. I sleep naked. Sure, that's convenient, I guess. Convenient as long as you don't show it because Uncle YouTube won't like it. I do a double take to make sure I heard her right. Naked. Yeah. I mean, that's fine and all, but this is my apartment you're living in. I'm not letting you roam about butt naked. I don't want to see that. But isn't it fine? We are both girls, after all. That's not the issue. Do you even have any sense of decency? You should feel the most comfortable at home. Hence, why I don't like to wear clothes at home. Clothes are so restricting. Okay, well, yeah. That's some like idle attitude there. I rummaged through my closet madly to find even just a t-shirt and pajama pants, chucking it at her to shut her up. You should feel the most comfortable at home, exactly. And I'm uncomfortable seeing you naked, no buts. Do you want to stay here or not? Fine. Oh, we still don't even know her name, but well, maybe soon. At least like the back and forth is like really Team ANPIM quality. Like this far it feels really similar, even though like supposedly there is something different. She rolls her eyes while holding up the oversized t-shirt against her torso to see how it will fit. Her face has become disheartened and has given up due to the power I hold over her. But it sounds like she has something more to say. But can I just wear only the t-shirt and panties? Whatever, fine. I don't want to drag this on for any longer, so I decide to give in. A t-shirt and panties is better than nothing. To cool myself down, I put the sofa bed back into its original couch mode and take a sit. A good thing for YouTube. That she's not going to be naked. When was the last time someone got under my skin this badly? I can usually keep it cool, but this girl's on another level. I look in her direction, meeting eyes with her as is now changed into the t-shirt, her bare legs being sewn up to me. Her head tilts, asking me a question physically. I'm trying to avoid thinking about it, but her slender, bare legs are more attractive than I'd like them to be. I feel myself swallow hard and look away. Now that my head has cooled down a little and I have regained my composure, I start to interrogate her. Anyway, let's get the formalities out of the way. What's your name? I think I at least deserve to know who I'm living with, right? What's a product? Yeah, seems like a pretty normal person. Or like the thing like, well, like how much you can be like with naked women. Like it's really like culture dependent. Also like, well, depends on whether you're gay or not, I guess. But like, well, it's hard to say like where the line goes, like in the world of this game. Like in Finland, like on one hand, like people go to sauna and stuff like naked. So like being naked on some level is normal. But still like one person sleeping naked, it's like a little sus, I guess. My name is Paula. She quickly sets herself up with her hands and nervously looks around before continuing. Yeah, I guess, but like, well, I guess it could be a factor. Like, I don't know, like if, like how much you can say based on just being socially awkward, like whether naked people are a problem to you or not. Like, I don't particularly think that they would be to me. But like, it's still kind of weird, so I understand. My name is Hokuto. Hoshichara Hokuto. Okay, so like the Paula something is like the artist name. Hokuto sounds kind of like a manly name, but maybe it's just me. Like usually like girls' name don't end with to. Hokuto. It's a weird name, I know. You don't have to tell me. Hokuto looks away with an annoyed face, like she's used to people asking. Like Hokuto as in the Big Dipper constellation. Well, like Hoku, it's probably like north. To is star. Or something like that. Maybe not like star exactly. Kinda hard to say because there is no kanji. Big Dipper tells me even less than Hokuto. Yes. Okay then. Should I just call you Hoshichara-san? Then, if Hokuto is a sore spot, and this is like a really annoying name to pronounce, Hoshichara-san. Hoshichara-san. It has like so many, it has like different S thingies. No, it's fine. I'm used to it. You can call me Hokuto. Then Hokuto, let's wait. Hokuto comes closer and kneels down next to me. What's your name? You can't just ask for my name without telling me yours. Oh, sorry. I'm Tsukimiya Minami. Or like moon and like temple. It's like the last name and then the first name is South. Minami-chan, ha. Oi, don't add a chan to it. Why, what's wrong with it? We are going to be living together for the next week in this small apartment already. We might as well get chummy. Well, like she's the sunshine kind of person, I guess. And the main character is like, well, not exactly a crump, but a little bit. Like this is like, but these are like the forced proximity thing. I think are like something that Team ANPIM tends to do a lot. I'm not blaming because it is a good setting. She flashes me a white grin with her perfect teeth and I choose to ignore it. Whatever you want. Anyway, let's lay down some ground rules. 1. No being naked. 2. You're cooking for yourself. You can use my ingredients, but you're responsible for your own food. 3. Keep the bathroom clean. 4. I'm out of the house from 10 PM to 5 AM, so behave yourself within that time frame. Well, there is also the thing that I increased the font size. Like normally it would fit, but well, my fault in that sense. But it is a lot of rules, for sure. They're kinda like reasonable, still. Yes, sir. Hakuto salutes me with a serious face, understanding the rules. Alright. That about settles it, I think. My body slumps into the couch from the loss of energy I just had to expend in the past 15 minutes. How am I going to handle this for the fall of next week? I turn my head to her and stare at her again, and she stares back at me with starry eyes. I wonder how old she is. From what I can gather, she seems to be in her early 20s. But you can never know for sure. Well, like thankfully, like Team ANPIM makes the characters like reasonably old at least. Like not the like 14-year-old trope that anime tends to do too much. She sure acts like she is 16 though. Oh dear, I didn't just take in a minor, did I? Why are you looking at me? You're not 16, are you? Fox's happy face instantly turns judgmental and stares at me with deadpan eyes. Are you calling me childish? I didn't say that. I'll have you know, I'm a fully fledged adult that can think for herself. I can't help but let out a sarcastic smile. Ha, are you sure about that? And how old are you? You can't be any older than 24. She hit the nail on the head. What if I said I was older? Hard to believe. Mwah. Okay, that doesn't change the fact that I could be older than you. Fine then, I'm 24. Shoot, we are the same age. Okay, no, like age captron denied. I'm 30. You're lying. Yeah. Alright, I'm 24. Okay, then what's your birth month? Wait, we are still going at it. July 30th. July 30th? You have gotta be kidding me. That. December 1st. Aha, I'm older. So immature. Yeah, whatever. I brush a victory of the immaturity contest off and pretend like nothing happened. She's so annoying. I pull out my phone and check the time, making sure I won't be late for my meetup with my friends. The thought of leaving her alone here worries me. Like she said, she's an adult. I'll be heading out until late tonight, so don't wait for me. There are groceries in the fridge. Feel free to make whatever you want. Just don't burn the place down. I'll buy some essentials for you on the way home too. With just 10 steps, I reach the Genkan area and start putting my shoes on, ready to be free from this now stuffy house. The Genkan is the front door, I guess. Wait, where are you going? Out. And leaving me all alone. I pull the heel of my shoe and hit my foot properly into it without even a glance at the anxious puppy that seems to have a separation anxiety. Yes, now behave nicely or I'm kicking you out. Wait, Minami-chan. Rip. The slam of the door creates a barrier between us and shuts out her slightly high-pitched voice. I step down the stairs and stare back at the door, thinking she might come running after me. In like underwear basically. The street is quiet, with only the birds chirping and various street noises. No sign of Hokuto's voice, all clear. I sigh from relief and continue making my way to the hangout spot. I'll forget about her for the time being and just enjoy my time out with friends. The steps I take leading up to my apartment door will light until I arrive just a few feet away, treading the thing I tried to forget about. Or rather the person that I tried to forget about. I look up at the building and the surrounding homes and see no flames. No, not a lot of what is the word? Well, anyway, not expecting much of her, I guess. Good, she didn't burn the building down. When I'm about to unlock the door, I begin hearing something out of the ordinary coming from inside. I place my ear to the door and hear the sound more clearly now. If there's a reason to end, promise to the God I'll be back once again. On the days that shine bright, on sleepless cold nights, trust me that you'll always be on my mind. Every place that I go, promise I'll think of you. The strums of the electric guitar are hard, accompanied by heavenly female voice singing along with the melody. Is that Hokuto? I stand outside with my ear to the door for a little while, listening to Hokuto sing the unfamiliar tune, completely mesmerized by her voice. The song sounds to be in English and I have no idea what the lyrics say, but I'm thoroughly impressed with her pronunciation. Probably better pronunciation than me. Her singing ability is not just of the karaoke level like mine. It's almost professional with proper training. It would be a shame to interrupt her. I lean against the door, still able to hear her clear voice, and hum along to the catchy repeating chorus that I have caught on. The song ends too soon and I'm tempted to wait for another song to start playing, but perhaps the jukebox has run out of place. I take this opportunity to unlock the door and find her still holding a teal guitar, whipping her head to my direction as I catch her in the act. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to play your guitar, I dropped the bags of her living essentials on the dinner table and pat her head to ease her worry. It's okay, feel free to continue. Oh, and here are your new underwear and toothbrush. I just got some cheap ones, hope you don't mind that. I take out the items I bought for her from the bag, assuming she'll go back to playing the instrument. But instead, Hokuto puts the guitar back on its stand and sheepishly sits on the couch like she did something wrong. No, yeah, I don't know, if she's too much of a crumb. Maybe just it is a pretty big ask to take a roommate all of the sudden. Maybe she has stage fright. Sorry, I was just bored out of my mind. I won't touch your guitar next time. I peek my head over the ledge of the loft as I head up to change and take a look at her, with her eyes looking up at me. I wasn't yelling at you, was I? I told you it's fine. It's not like that guitar gets played anyway. Someone's gotta give her some love. It's okay. I'm a little tired anyways. I was playing pretty much for the past few hours. My head follows her as she speed walks to the bathroom while grabbing her toothbrush, presumably getting ready for bed. Did my tone accidentally come off as mad or something? I was kind of looking forward to hearing some more of her singing. Oh, how far are we into the story? Okay, 500 and change. 700 is 3 sessions, right? Yeah, maybe we can do that. That sounds reasonable. Okay. You could drink while at it. After my shower, not a single word passes between us. For the rest of the night, right up until the lights go out. Good night. Good night. I walk past her shrimp-like form in her bed and climb up the ladder to my own, ready to catch some cheese after today's busy day. Busy day or night. I have tomorrow off again, so I hope to fully rest up before working my graveyard shift. My eyes shut tight, hoping that sleep will soon take me and re-energize me for tomorrow. Except, no matter how much I turn, I can't seem to pass out. My sleep schedule has been so ruined. I must have gotten used to the new sleep schedule, and now I can't sleep like a normal person anymore. Guess I'll just scroll on my phone till I pass out. I scroll through Instagram and check people's stories, but all I see are photos of food, if not drinks, and it's not the best time to be seeing those right now, for the sake of my rumbling stomach. Never mind then. I lock my phone and toss it to the side. Maybe I'll fall asleep eventually if I close my eyes hard enough. The tactic doesn't work that well, but I stay that way for what seems like hours. Because what else can I do? I don't know how long it took, but eventually I feel like I'm finally able to drift into slumber and almost lose my consciousness. However, just as I'm about 1 second away from passing out, I hear the creaks of the ladder. I think to myself, I was just imagining it and don't pay it any mind, but a certain someone's voice brings me back to reality. Minami-chan, are you sleeping? Asleep? Hakuto reaches out with barely a whisper, but loud enough that I can't ignore it. I crane my neck to see half her silhouette holding her pillow in the dark. I was about to be sorry. I give her a discontented sigh. Do you need something? I was wondering. I can see her fidgeting with her fingers and looking left and right nervously. If I could sleep with you tonight. Huh. Why? Today's the only day I get to have a good night's rest. And it's not going that well right now. But hell no, am I letting her ruin it further. I'm afraid. Of what? Ghosts. Come on, you can't be serious. I just don't want to be alone right now. Her loud, clear voice rings through the sleepy apartment and surprises me, leaving me a little speechless. My adjusted eyes can see her concerned face, and that alone makes me give in. I sigh audibly and scooch over my mattress to make room for her. All right. I don't know like what this reminds me of, but well, they are very like stiff. She meekly places her pillow down and climbs onto the futon. I watch her curl up like a cooked shrimp again, as she looks at me looking at her. Her big sad-dewy eyes stare straight into my soul, and I unknowingly feel my heart skip a beat out of nervousness, causing me to lose the stirring contest. I turn around roughly to try to get rid of this sudden feeling. Now go to sleep. Her warm breath hits my upper back due to our proximity, and I can feel myself becoming more conscious of her presence in my bed. It's been a while since I have slept next to someone, so feeling someone's warmth in the same bed feels somewhat comforting, even though she is been nothing but an inconvenience. like she is like an inconvenience, and the main character is convenience because she's working in a convenience store, right? A long silence passes by, and I think she is fallen asleep. But then her quiet voice speaks up. Thank you. I contemplate whether to reply or pretend I'm sleeping. I wait for more words instead to fully make a decision. Really? I don't know what would happen to me if it weren't for you. And I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. My eyes stare blankly at the off-white wall that I face every night. Hearing that I have helped her in one way or another feels nice and makes me realize that maybe it was a good choice to take her in. I wouldn't want to imagine what might have happened to her if I didn't. I just hope that she doesn't attract me any extra trouble by being here. As long as the paparazzis don't know, I guess, which is unlikely. The memory of those two men looking for her flashes across my mind. Who could this girl possibly be? A thief, someone in massive debt, being chased by loan sharks, a criminal. Inconvenience or not, what matters is that you're safe right now, yeah. Besides, at least you can cook for yourself and technically aren't causing too much trouble. For the time being. Not gonna lie, I think living with you won't be too bad after all. You just need to work on your personal space some more. Anyway, I don't know what's going on in your life, but I hope you get it figured out. 10 seconds pass by, and the girl next to me still hasn't replied. I glance behind me and find her sleeping soundly with furrowed brows, her chest slowly rising and falling in a slow rhythm. After I said all those nice things too, my eyes fall on her porcelain skin that glows even in the darkness, and her long lashes that arch upwards. Her silky long hair frames her face nicely, giving her a picture-perfect sleeping face. She's much more tolerable when she's quiet, and that pretty face is definitely a plus. I sigh and return to my previous position while shutting my eyes, soon joining the runaway fugitive in dreamland. Not like so far, like nothing like too dramatic, at least. But at some point, well, there will probably be problems because, well, she is an idol or something, most likely. Now, could also be like something else, and this is all just like a ploy to fool us. That could also be a thing. Okay, 600 and something. Yeah. Hokuto sits opposite me at the tiny dinner table. She finishes up the last of her salmon dinner, patting her belly contentedly with a big smile on her face. I put away the dishes and soak them in the sink, returning to the table to start reading today's trending tweets. I'll make Hokuto post them later once I leave for work. I go through the list of trending hashtags and see what's happening today. One of them reads constellation, and the other word catches my attention, making me tap on it. Nah. I had assumed it was something to do with the constellations or the like, but it's apparently a pop group's name. Okay, so like it is a group and like, well, like there are like those like bigger groups, like maybe she's like was a part of it but probably isn't anymore. Or maybe it's something unrelated, but it kinda sounds like it is related based on the name of the game. The tag is flooded with tweets of both support and hate, accompanied with photos of seemingly well-known pop girl group. There also seems to be one photo circulating and being quote tweeted, a photo of the outside of a modern apartment. What's going on? I read some tweets to try to get some context. LOL, now the whole world knows where she lives. I knew she was a dirty-handed slut. I never standing them again. She should leave the group. She's giving the rest of the members a bad rep. Hello chat. We should vandalize the place, lol. That is Brian Twitter, I guess. You don't even know the whole story yet, and you're all harking on Polaris. What has the world come to? Get a life. Polaris did nothing wrong. Polaris still support you, don't listen to them. People are talking about boycotting the group, while some are defending them and the girl in question. Polaris, name of the girl in the hot seat. I scroll down some more and see a photo of her, and I can't help but find her looking familiar. Idol sports trendy clothing paired with bold, smoky makeup that contrasts with the usual sweet, cutesy idol group style. I don't know much about idol groups, but this concept sure is different from the ones I have seen growing up. Her smile is a small smile, akin to a smirk, showing off her confident and powerful aura. She looks like she can win at anything and do it effortlessly. Such a strong image contrasts with the situation she's in right now, being cancelled and all. Maybe this doesn't even affect her at all, given how badass and independent she looks in that photo. Apparently a cancelled idol got her address leaked or something. The whole of Twitter is about to go on a witch hunt. Yeah, serious yikes things. I hand over my phone to Hokuto to show her, and I see her blissfully satisfied face transform into a blank face with furrowed brows. She grabs onto my hands and pulls the phone closer to her face, scrolling down the multitudes of tweets. I hope she's doing okay. Getting cancelled and having her house be leaked can't be good for her mental state. Hokuto's grip loosens. She looks like she just saw a ghost, but before I can ask her what's wrong, she gets up and excuses herself without a word. Hokuto. I watch her head into the washroom and shut the door quietly. I leave Hokuto be and continue scrolling down to find more info. Seems like there's something about the scandal that started it all. Was this the scandal I saw in the magazine the other day? Oh yeah, in the beginning of the game with big letters. It's only been a few days and they found her house already. The world is scary. Another photo of the idol group Idol pops up in the tag. One with a photo shoot of her squatting and looking up at the camera with a cool expression on her face. In that pose and angle, she looks simultaneously alluring and innocent. Though, why does she look so familiar? I have seen her before. Perhaps I'm thinking of that photo I saw of her in the magazine. Did she drop by my convenience store once? Her big, round magenta eyes are accentuated even more as she looks up towards the camera, and her fashionably styled caramel hair is neatly kept, fitting for a picture-perfect idol like her. I find myself staring at the photo again, drawn by both her striking beauty and the nagging sense that I have seen her before. Just where have I seen her before? ... Well, it's a little long with the bigger font size, I guess. Hold on. My head immediately swings toward the direction of the washroom, so fast that I'm sure I gave myself whiplash. No. I look back at the picture again. There's no doubt about it. I rush to the washroom and bust open the unlocked door. I don't see anyone until I look down. Hokuto's on the floor next to the bathtub, huddling in a ball, just like she did behind the convenience store counter that one night. She looks up at me with the same tear-ridden and red puffy eyes of that one night. Oh my god. Hokuto. I approach her cautiously and she instantly latches onto me and cries out loud. I awkwardly wrap my arms around her and try to comfort her, though I don't know how good of a job I can do. Her cries ring through the bathroom, giving it a reverb that makes it sound extra sorrowful. Hokuto, just what is going on? Only reply I get is her continuous crying, and I don't think I'll be getting anything out of her anytime soon. I take a deep sigh and pull her up, getting her out of the bathroom to a more comfortable spot. Come on, let's get you seated on the couch. Her crying continues, but she complies and follows my lead. I move us onto the makeshift bed and let her collect herself with a glass of water. Her crying gradually subsides, until only the hiccups remain. Those long nails of hers dig into my skin when she reaches out to grip my hand for support. I wince a little, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to what she's going through. We are silent for a good 10 minutes before she starts explaining everything. I'm assuming you connected the dots already. If what I'm thinking is correct, then yeah. Hokuto fails to make eye contact with me, probably feeling ashamed that I found out about her background. I can see her gulp out of nervousness, and I decide to continue the conversation carefully. Do you want to talk about it? It's okay if you don't. No, I feel like I owe you an explanation, or at the very least, let you be aware of who you're housing. Her grip on my hand loosens as she folds her arms across her waist, hugging herself while shrinking away. If you haven't noticed already, I'm Polaris from the group Constellation. Okay, I see, like it is like constellation and star in the middle. Kinda makes sense, but it is like a tricky word. Tricky word to grasp. I got into a scandal just 2 weeks ago, and my manager told me to lay low while they figure it out. I haven't figured out too much, I guess. I couldn't go back to my own apartment because some of the members live there too. I can't risk their address being leaked if anyone sees me entering the building and starts camping there. What is this, like an old FPS game or something? My manager then offered me her place to stay at while she's elsewhere. And that's where I have been living, keeping myself in the shadows. That is, until I got caught staying there. She buries her face in her hands, overwhelmed with despair. I gently, albeit awkwardly, pat her back, trying to offer her some comfort. Entire time I stay silent, as I doubt anything I could say would help right now. It's probably best to let her cry it all out. I'm so stupid. It's all my fault. The scandal shouldn't have even happened. A high-profile producer had asked to meet up for a dinner at a hotel to talk about a new project he had in mind for Constellation. I really shouldn't have gone, but the pressure was on because he was such a renowned producer. He's known to have his way with pulling strings from behind the scenes and ruining groups if he doesn't get what he wants. But I guess I already tainted our group in some way or another by agreeing to meet with him privately. Well, all sounds possible that like the scandal is kinda he's doing it. Like it's not unlikely, I guess. I was told not to tell my manager since he said things were already close to them. Like hell, I was supposed to believe that. Who does he take for me? I had to agree to stay on his good side in the long run. Constellation is soon to be a 3-year-old group. We have painstakingly built our reputation to be one of the more popular ones. But we are still relatively small under scrutiny of the higher-ups. And that's why I felt like I had no choice but to say yes. Do you know how frustrating that is? Needing to say yes to something that you know is bad news. In preparation for the meeting, I made sure no one followed me to the hotel and wore a disguise. Oh, let me drink. Nah. Okay. After this scene, we'll call it a day, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, after our meal, I knew very well that was going to happen next. So I faked a phone call and made it sound like there was an emergency and I had to leave immediately. I'm not sure how convincing it was, but I summoned out every ounce of my acting skills and made him feel he had no choice but to let me go. In that paparazzi photo, he was sending me off in the taxi. But it was spun into such a sinister story. As the leader of the group, I felt responsible for taking care of everything and made a rash decision. But my decision caused my own downfall, and possibly my whole group's downfall. Hokuto's anger quickly turns into gloom once more, and her words start quivering. Just what kind of leader am I? God, I didn't even want to be a leader. I'm not a leader. I'm a younger sibling and have been babied all my life. And then, all of a sudden, I was thrusted into a leadership role. I tried my best to be a good leader, and they all say I'm doing a good job, but am I really? When I first started out, there were so many nights where I could cry endlessly because it was so hard. I had to learn to hold back the tears and appear strong because, as the leader and oldest member, I couldn't show any signs of weakness, or else the whole group would be uneasy. But that night, no matter how hard I tried to be strong, I was so scared. I was so scared. So many things were at stake. So many things. And right now, I can't handle hiding the weakness anymore, especially with this stupid scandal. And to make it worse, now, I have nowhere to go once my time here is up. It's true, she can't go back to her manager's place nor her own home. She's not safe anywhere. I have never been in the kind of dire situation that she's in right now, so I can only imagine the way she has on her shoulders. Her whole body is shaking as she finally lets out everything she's been keeping to herself, hiccuping from her intense cry session. Unfortunately, I'm in no place to help her, as I'm just a mere convenience store worker. I literally have nothing to my name. But if there's one thing I do have that could help, then I guess you should stay here for a little longer. It's an impulsive decision, but if there's any way I can lend a helping hand, it would be this. Seeing her so beautiful like this makes it hard to not offer my place for a longer duration. I mean, I have a place and I'm not living with anyone else. How could I not offer? Her entire body freezes and her head pops up from my chest while looking at me with wide eyes. Like you said, you had nowhere to go. But you still have this place, right? How could I still as a statue? But I can see more tears beginning to well up in her eyes, soon slowly trickling down her face. Her lips start quivering as she begins shaking, Tears are now streaming down her face even faster. Oi oi oi. I offered my place to get you to stop crying, so why are you crying more? Minami-chan. She digs her face into my chest. I can feel my t-shirt becoming wet from her tears. Yeah, oi 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 is like very Japanese. Very Japanese way to say that in that situation. I pat her head to calm her down as I see the time displayed on the clock. As much as I shouldn't leave her alone right now, I have to change and get to work soon. I look down at her, still quietly sobbing into my shirt, and ruin the mood by breaking the news to her. Hokuto, I have to leave for work soon. Ah, you're leaving? Yes, for work. Hokuto tightens her hug on me, physically showing that she doesn't want me to leave. I try to separate myself from her, but her grip only tightens the more I push her away. Hokuto, you can't just keep me from going to work. With a dejected face, she eventually loosens herself from me and sits like a sad puppy on the sofa bed. Sorry. I got too emotional. I look down at my t-shirt and can finally see the damage done to it. I definitely need to put this in the wash tomorrow. I get up and head to my closet to grab a change of clothes. I'll be back soon, I promise. Hokuto only nods and lies down, exhausted from the cry fest from earlier. With her having calmed down a bit, I go change and freshen up as fast as possible before I'm late to work. All the info that was just dumped on me runs through my head, and I feel like it was just a fever dream. Hokuto, an idol, let alone a cancelled idol. I let out a sigh, trying to collect my thoughts and try to think more clearly. Could I have bitten off more than I can chew? Should I not have offered? But it's only the right thing to do, no. If no one knows she's here, both her and my livelihood should be fine, right? It should be fine. What's the worst that could happen? Right. I sigh out of my worries and finish putting on my shirt, fearing that I dwell on the matter any longer. I'll for real be late for work. I rush downstairs and let Hokuto know I'm leaving, but I find her fast asleep. Not surprising. That was probably a lot she just went through mentally. Poor girl. I grabbed the blanket and laid it atop her before rushing out the door to make it to work on time. Okay. But logically speaking, she should be fine. But yeah, I think we'll call it a day here. Should be should be pretty good for 3 sessions. Okay, let's save. Yeah, it is interesting. Like, it reminds me of the about drunk people visual novel that they also made a little bit, but it's not quite as gloomy. But I can kind of see their games having that side too. at least lately. Well, I like it. It's interesting. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and well, more of this next week, I guess. Thank you for watching and the comments and everything. It was a lot of fun. And like, see you. Bye bye.